Welcome to 4 rounds of fun with Elisa. We'll be doing 30 seconds of a cardio move, 30 seconds of a strength training move, 30 seconds of core. You'll need light and heavy weights, a mat, and water. There's 15 seconds between rounds and a 1-minute break between each set of exercises. Everybody, let's get ready to jump some rope. It's an imaginary rope, so make it look good. Pretend you're Rocky. Your feet don't actually have to leave the floor if the bouncing bothers your knees, back, or any other joint. But you're acting as if you were throwing a jump rope over your head and jumping over it. So your little arms are swinging, making those circles. And it's a good time to get control of your breath. Try not to let it get away from you. And remember, these are 30-second intervals. We're almost done. And you get a 15-second break before we start the next move. So grab your weights, position your body, bent over row, shoulders down your back. Pull your hands up toward your waist, keeping your back flat. Here we go. You have 30 seconds here. So it's as many reps as possible. I keep a pretty slow and controlled pace. You can follow me. That might be too fast for you. The slower you go, the more challenging this becomes. Good form includes keeping your abs engaged and a smile on your face. Just a few more seconds. And you're done. All right, another 15-second little mini break, and then we're heading to the ground for plank, and then you'll bring one knee toward your nose, round your back, and then the other knee in toward your nose, rounding your back, and you're going to keep pulling this. Remember, it's only 30 seconds. If that gets to be too challenging, you can come down onto your knees and then pull your knee in from there. If this is still too challenging, you can just hold your plank. I realized about this point, like, wow, this is kind of hard to do, but we're all going to make it through it. A few more seconds. You got it. And we're done. Whew. Round 1. Here comes round 2. Get up. You have 15 seconds break before we start the second round. Your first water break will come after the third round. And here we go. Jump rope. I hope you have some really good music on at your house. It costs way too much money for me to buy to put on the backdrop of this. So pick whatever hard rock, country song you like and get going. So remember too that if jumping rope is not fun, you can turn it into a little skip, a little hop, make it your own, whoop, throw in some fancy funky moves. All right, heart rate is up, round 2 is in the mix. Pick up your weights, prepare for your bent over row. At this point you should be monitoring your breath, taking some deep breaths, pulling your shoulders down your back, abs in, knees are slightly bent, and you're bringing the elbows right past your ribs, and keeping the arms in tight next to your body. Keep rowing. This is working the back of your shoulder and the middle of your back as well. Almost there. It's only 30 seconds. You finished. Good job. All right, we're heading back to the floor. Get into your plank position. And knee to nose. Begin. Pull. Pull. The more you round your back and pull your nose and your knee toward one another, you'll feel it even more in your abs. My ponytail's getting a pretty good workout here, don't you think? Here you go. Remember, you can always come down to your knees to make it a little easier or even to take a break, but don't quit. You've got this. You want to get all the way through. And we made it. Heading into third round, you've got 15 seconds to get up, prepare, fix your hair, and here we go, jump rope. I had to turn the sound off behind this recording because this location is actually backed up to a street. So behind those bushes is a lot of traffic whizzing by. Almost there, a few more seconds. And you're done. Last round of rows. Roll those shoulders, bend over, soft knees, deep breath, and begin rowing. The more slow and controlled you are with the raise and the lower, the more you'll get out of any move that you're doing. It makes the muscle contract longer and harder. Try a little pause at the top as well to make it more challenging. If this is really challenging for you, simply go slower. Do half the amount of reps that I'm completing. And you're done. Alrighty. Heading back to the ground for the last round of these bad boys. You can do it. Plank position and go. Now you can't see it, but I do have a clock right by me, and you are getting 15 seconds between each of these sets. And then after you finish this round, I know you're super excited, you're going to get a water break. So stick with it. Work hard. Keep squeezing your belly button up into your spine. You're almost there. And you made it. Round 1 is in the books. Heading into round 2 here, this is your water break. Go ahead and grab a glass of water. Try not to chug too much, just a few sips to wet your mouth because you don't want it jiggling around in your gut. And then we're going to prepare for round 2, which is jumping jacks, a bent over rear fly, and side plank. Just so you know, in this round we'll be doing side plank on the same side each time. So it's either going to be 3 times on your right side or 3 times on your left. Don't worry, we're going to get the other side on the next round. So this is a full minute break for you to catch your breath. Line up your weights, make sure you have enough water if you need a towel to wipe your face. I'd tell you a funny story, but I don't have one right now. But I am going to tell you we're just about ready to get going for this next round. Are you ready? Here it comes. Jumping jacks, beginning now. Go. All right, so I'm showing you some alternatives. You can just kick your leg forward, or you can step out side to side if the impact is too much of jumping out and in. 30 seconds can really seem like a long time, or it can fly by. Which one is it for you? And don't worry if your arms and your legs aren't moving in the same way up and down as mine. Some people like to have their arms up while their legs are in and the other way. It doesn't really matter, just as long as you keep moving. All right, picking up your weights. We're heading into a rear fly. So again, your back is flat. Weights are coming straight out to the side at the height of your shoulders. So as you're pulling back, you don't want the weights to be going toward your hips. You want them coming straight out to the side. You have soft elbows and you're squeezing right between your shoulder blades to get the rhomboid muscle. This is a really important postural muscle for you. Keep looking at the ground, and as always, abs are engaged. A few more seconds, and you're done. Here comes our core work. Pick a side, either side. Stack your elbow right underneath your shoulder. Your legs extend all the way out, and then you're going to lift your hips up off the floor. If that's too much, you can bend at the knee and keep your knees on the floor, but you still want to raise your hips. Take a look up, roll your shoulders back, keep your core in tight. This is working the side waist that's nearest to the floor. That was the halfway point. Hang in there just a few more seconds. And you made it. All right, round 2 coming at you. Stand up, prepare. And jumping jacks are on their way. Here you go. And you made it through this one. Here we go. Bent over flies. Engage your core. Still here, you want to keep your shoulder blades on your back and down into the back pocket. So you roll your shoulders back and down so that your shoulder blades are doing the work here, the muscles that cover your shoulder blades. So in 30 seconds, it's as many reps as you can do while you're managing that weight. So gravity shouldn't be working here. I don't want to see flailing. And as you lower the weight, it's not dropping the weight. You're actually lowering the weight. So more slow and controlled. And we're finished this round. Back to that side plank. Get down on the ground. If you need a little extra cushion underneath your elbows, just roll up the edge of your mat so you have some extra mat underneath that elbow. I think I may have given you just a smidge extra time here to prepare. Hips up, here we go, 30 seconds of planking joy. If you want to get trickier, you can lift the top leg up. That makes it even more challenging. You've already passed the halfway point. So close to being finished with this one. And you're done. Guess what? Round 3 of round 2. Ready? And begin. Jumping jacks, go. Remember, you get a 1-minute break after this round, so stick with it. Try not to stop for water. Hang in there. And you're done. All right, back to those bent over flies. Catch your breath. Deep breath here. Get into position. Look down at the ground. And even if you can add an extra pause at the top, that would make this move even more challenging. About this point, I'm finding this very challenging on my shoulders. It's a good thing you can't see my face and I'm looking at the floor. Don't look up. It's a bad look on me. All right, we finished it. Yay! Side plank, same side. Last time for this side. We got this. Line up your feet. Shoulders down your back and lift up. If you need to, again, you can always do this on your knee, or you could bring one foot forward and one foot back. That'll give you a bigger base of support. Halfway point. Three, 2, 1. Yay, round 2 is in the books. It's water break time. Get your water, take your sips, catch your breath. You get a full minute here. Next time I'll come up with more fascinating pictures for you to look at. But here's the preview of round 3. High knees, bicep curls, and side plank to the other side. So remember which side you just did, because we're going to hit the other side coming up. With high knees, there's many alternatives. So don't be afraid to switch it up. If you can't get through the entire first move with running, then you march or you keep your arms down, but you'll see in a moment the different options that you have to get through the cardio portion. So if you haven't noticed, it's cardio, it's strength, and it's core, all mixed up into each one of these blocks. All right, prepare. Take a deep breath. We're ready for round 3. High knees, here we come. Lift, lift, lift. Here's a modification. Here's another modification. And then go back at it. You can switch up between all of those or stick with any one of them. Imagine that your feet are getting caught in mud and you have to pull hard to get the legs up. The more you pull your knees up, the more core work you're going to get out of this as well. That one's done. This is a really challenging cardio move. And so we're going to take a little break with some bicep curls, active recovery, elbows stuck to your sides, super tight, 30 seconds of lifting your bicep curls. I have 10-pound weights going on here. By the third round, I was definitely wishing I had picked lighter. Slow and controlled, all the way down, all the way up. Notice that I'm not swaying back and forth. Yay, we finished that one. Plank to the other side. Remember, you can stack your feet, you can be on your knees, you can have one foot in front of the other, whatever it takes to get through the next 30 seconds. And lift, look up, roll the top shoulder back. Navel is drawing in toward the spine. Your feet are pushing away from the floor. Control your breath. Halfway point. And you're done. And we're up and at it, ready again. The tree I'm under drops a lot of stuff. And we're going. Any way you like to do your arms, I'm not the most coordinated gal either, so get those high knees going. The point is to get moving, get your heart rate up, try to have fun, and get the most work out of every move so that you really see the benefits as soon as possible. Time's up. Woof! Second one is done. We're back to your bicep curls. Get your stance, tailbone down, shoulders back, lift all the way up and all the way down. Focus your attention to your biceps. The more focus you have on the muscle, the more it will work. When you let your mind wander to other things, you don't put as much effort in. Also, go slowly on the lowering. That lower portion, the eccentric phase, is just as important as the concentric phase when you're lifting. And we're finished there. Back to your side plank. Assume the position. And up you go. Focus on your breathing. and keeping your hip up and away from the floor. And you're done. Alrighty. Whew. One more round here. We got this. Then the big water break is coming. Shake out your shoulders, shake out your neck. Big smile on your face and get going. Right about now, I'm wishing I hadn't chose this move, but I know it's good for me. And we're almost there. Stick with it, and we're done. Whew, no more of that for this routine. And now it's back to bicep curls where we're going to catch our breath. Ready, and begin. Lift and lower. So the 30-second on, 15-second rest is a meaningful break. It's purposeful in my choice, in that 30 seconds is long enough to get at least 10 to 15 reps in, and 15 seconds is enough recovery time. If we wait too long in between sets, then your heart rate comes down too much. All right, now you're ready to do your last side plank. As time moves on, if you do this workout again, you can always put it on pause, add another 15 to 30 seconds to each movement. And if you're not quite up to even holding it for the 30 seconds yet, no problem. Stick with it as long as you can. And then jump back in when you're ready. Halfway. Your water break is coming, and here it is. Good job. All right. This fourth round is a little bit longer because we're going to do a right leg deadlift and then a left leg deadlift. So it's a one leg deadlift. Very important as you go into this move that your shoulders, hip, knee, and ankle of one leg stay in line and that you don't hinge at the hips. So this is to help strengthen your back and your balance. Hopefully you're slowing down your heart rate and you're ready for this final round. 1 minute goes by pretty fast compared to the 30 seconds while you're doing those high knees, I know. And prepare to begin. We're going to squat and then kick one leg forward. Squat, kick, squat, kick. The lower you squat, the more your legs work, the more calories you burn, the bigger your muscles will get. I know by this point in the game you're getting a little tired, but we got this. It's our last round together. And you're done. Okay. So no weights are involved in this move. I don't know why I turned around twice, but here you go. You're going to reach toward the ground, keeping your back and your leg working as one long line. Touch the floor. Maybe don't touch the floor. You can hover. If you hover, that's more challenging. If you touch the ground, it helps with stability and balance. If your foot comes down, you have a second to reset. If you're able to hold it up, it's a little more advanced. Now I'm only going to give you a 5-second break to switch legs. And we'll do another 30 seconds. And here you go, switching legs. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now one side I do better than the other. You probably will too. Sometimes we teeter and totter a little bit, but that's what helps improve our balance too. Almost done. And you finished, yay! Okay, so this is a standing ab work. We're taking a sumo squat. Legs are wide, toes are turned out. Fingertips come by your ears. Sit deep into that squat. Bring one elbow to one knee, come center, and one elbow to the other side. So tick-tock back and forth for 30 seconds. This works the waist as well. So keep the navel up into your spine and stay as low in your squat as you possibly can. Smiling makes it an advanced move. I know you can do it. All right, whew, shake those legs out. You got this. Deep breath in, going back to the beginning. So from the top, squat to a front kick. Here you go. Down, kick. So you can hold your hands at your waist. You can hold your hands like I am, as if you were going to throw a punch, because this is one of the moves that you would do in kickboxing. Every time you come up from that squat, drive up through the heel of your feet. As you kick the leg forward, engage your abs even more. And you're done. Preparing for your one-legged deadlift. Focus. That's the biggest part of balance anyway, is keeping your focus. And reach and up. If this is super challenging for you, you can always have a chair in front of you and place your hand on the seat of the chair as you come forward to help you with your balance. And you're ready to switch. Turn around. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're done. Okay, whew. Back to your tick-tocks. Come into your sumo squat position, legs wide, fingertips by your ears, abs in, tailbone down, and tick and tock. If you get dizzy doing this, you can do one side for 15 seconds and then the other side for 15 seconds. Also, looking down at the floor, not actually tipping your head down toward the floor, but just taking your gaze toward the ground can help if you're feeling a little dizzy from this. Get down a little lower. No cheating. And you made it. Whew. Last round. We're almost there. Squat to forward kick. One more deep breath. Prepare. Here's the fight. Squat, kick, squat, kick. Keep a pace that you can manage for the entire 30 seconds. When you're tired, you have to fight for it even more. If form starts to fall apart, breathe more carefully. Take deeper breaths. Be purposeful. And you're done. All right, last time with the one-legged deadlifts. Abs in super tight. Focus on your breath. And my heart is thumping there. Ready and begin. So it's very important that the leg, the hip, and the shoulders stay in line so that when you bend over, you're not waiting to lift your foot up, but the foot is lifting as soon as you're bending forward. And it's time to switch sides, turn around, and go. Today it looks like I'm having a fairly good balance day. Those don't always happen. So if you're wibbling and wobbling, don't think that that's always going to be the case. Some days gravity is just more gentle on me than others. It's the same for you, I'm sure. And we're done. No more of that. Are you ready for the last part of our workout? Assume the position. Deep breath in. Fingertips by your ears. Squat down and let's go. Think of that strong waist. Focus on bending over as much as you can, making your oblique, your waist muscles work. The stronger and tighter they get, the more waistline you'll see. We're there, and you made it. Woo woo! Look at us, we made it. Stick around for stretching after this. Have a quick water break. And here we go for some stretching. Deep breath in. Just reach forward, grab the fingers of one hand and pull them back toward your elbows. And switch. Continue to breathe deeply. This is part of your 1-minute break. We've included the stretching to make the most efficient use of your time. Step one foot forward. Bend the other knee, reach with both hands toward that foot. If you can't reach it, place your hands on the bent knee so as not to overburden the straight knee joint. Hips are pushing way back to stretch your hip flex or your hamstrings. And then switch sides. Sit way back. Focus on your breathing. Longer, slower, deeper breaths. Hands go where it's appropriate for you. And then we'll stretch the hip flexors, the front of your body. Step one foot back. Tuck your tail under. Interlace your fingers, reach up to the sky. Sink a little deeper as you push your hips forward and pull your arms back. You'll feel it on the front side of your hip. And then we'll switch sides. Tuck the tail, reach the arms up. The low abdominals are pulling in. One side will feel more open than the other. Just be aware of that so that you stretch your tighter side a little bit longer than your more open side. Good, we're going to interlace the fingers now behind your back. Lift your arms as far off your back as possible. Take one ear to a shoulder. Lengthen your breath. And then dip your chin towards your chest. Keep the arms lifted up off of your back. And bring your ear to the other side. Release the arms. Take a deep breath up and in. And as you exhale, reach for your toes. Turn your head to let the tension go from your neck. Lengthen your breath and feel the hamstrings and low back releasing. And you made it through. Namaste. Thanks for joining me.